If you're looking for proof that predicting the lottery is real, this will be the video to look at. We have some really good results here, and it's looking pretty strong that these things will be predicted. Now, if this does not come through, then look at the next video and you'll see that all 6 of these numbers will be predicted. Okay, let's start with Morgan, if you will.
Okay, thanks. Rule number 1, look at the past game and pick at least 1, 2, or 3 numbers that will either repeat itself or be off by 1. Rule number 2, be sure to put 2 numbers together in sequence, or at least have the numbers have a gap of 1 in between. For example, 21 with 23, 33 with 35, or 37 with 39. Rule number 3, follow the prediction posted on this YouTube. Good luck, everyone, and I will see you the next time.
And Christy, if you don't mind, can you please explain the clues?
Thank you. First and foremost, let me remind anyone watching these posted videos that these results is the only way for you to win the Lotto jackpot. The videos posted here are generally accurate but usually not as clear-cut as one might think. And I am here to explain the hidden clues that will help you determine the right directions to the correct final result. The answers are here, but at times are hidden in clear sight. Sit back and relax as I explain how this works and how these posted videos will change your overall way to choosing your future Lotto picks. A game changer for anyone who plays the lottery. Let's start with levels. There are 3 levels within every result. Level 1, which is the weakest, level 2 is moderate, and level 3 is the strongest. These levels are a measurement of the probability of the final outcome. Level 1 represents a 60% probability. Level 2 represents a 75% probability. And finally, level 3 represents a 90% probability. Here is an example that was predicted in the past, and here is why the narrator favored one line more than the other. The 2 lines are 20, 22, 24, and 26. The second line is 22, 24, 26, and 28. The first line of 20, 22, 24, and 26 had a level 2 probability, while the second line of 22, 24, 26, and 28 had a level 3 probability. While it seems clear that there was a match with 22, 24, and 26, and the probability seems high to pick one of those 3 numbers, the narrator decided to predict 28 from the 2 lines. Why? He knew that there was a chance that the weaker line is likely to miss, making it a level 3 probability for the next game. And wouldn't you know it? As that is exactly what happened. 28 was the result for that game, and the following game, 26, was the result. The program is designed to locate groups of balls and are due to surface. A good way to seeing this is using the example of flipping a coin. If the final result of flipping a coin 10 times averages 6 out of 10, either with heads or tails, the program finds these results. If the coin is flipped again, the 7th time, the result remains the same, then the probability increases significantly. At some point, the coin needs to equalize, or one can only assume that the coin is off balance, heavily favoring only one side. The program will search for favoritism. It first finds what is due, then it looks for another result where the coin starts at the point where the progress of equalization. For example, the coin's result is heads 8 times in a row, and finally flips to tails for the first time. The probability of tails flipped twice in a row is high. We call this positives and negatives, a term that the narrator uses throughout the video. So again, using the example of 20, 22, 24, and 26, with 22, 24, 26, and 28, the result 28 had a backup with a negatives of 28 and 29, which confirms the result when drawn. So when the term is used, understand that there is a decent chance of a level 1, but coupled with a level 3 negative or positive result, then there is a good chance of success. But please understand that these lines of numbers needs to fail so it can be passed on to the next game. It is your decision which one is predicted and which one remains. All has a decent chance to be predicted, but some needs to remain. I hope this helps. Good luck.
Okay, let's go ahead and start with the first part. And this is something that I had predicted in the last video, and now it's strengthening as it keeps missing these results. Generally, when you look at my past videos, you'll realize that I do get the first part of it right, and this is looking really strong. Okay, start with 23, 24, 25, and 26. This is a level 3 that has a very strong backup with the number 22, 23, 24, and 25. Possibly 26, but 23, 24, 25 is where we probably want to focus. Further, we have another backup of a miss and match, and that is 18, 19 with 23, 24, 25. So that 23, 24, 25 again matches the level 3 positive. Next result, and oh my gosh, this is looking really good. All right, let's go ahead and go through these numbers. These are very, very strong with a strong line of backups. Okay, let's go through it. 31, 33, 35, 37. That is a level 2. 31, 32, 33, 34. That is also a level 2. 32, 33, 34 with that hotspot at 35 with 36, 37. Remember, you want to look at 34, 35, and 36. Then we also have a level 1, a strong level 1 at that, with 32, 34, 36, 38. And then another strong level 1 with 32, 33, hotspot at 34 with 35, 36. Remember to, again, focus on that 33, 34, 35. And if you look at all of these, it's looking really good for the number 34, 35, 36. And this one also has a backup and a strong backup at 33, 34, and 35. The level ones, the strong level ones, there is a probability that one of these lines of numbers is going to miss. So what you can do is you can choose something along the lines of possibly a 33 or maybe a 35, a 36 possibly, but this is really looking strong for the next game. Now again, looking at all the positives at level 2 and at a strong level 1, we also have a bunch of backups, and this is again very strong at 38, 39, and 40. So again, looking at that fourth line down at that 32, 34, 36, 38, we might actually get two numbers in these groups of numbers. And again, very strong and something that is impossible to ignore. So maybe a 33 or a 35 with possibly a 38 or maybe a 39. But again, you cannot ignore this. Okay, now let's go to the next part. And this one is looking strong with a bunch of miss and matches, and these are level 2 miss and matches. Again, strong possibility of hitting. Now look at this, guys. We have a lot of numbers here that we can actually miss and match. Let's start with the first line at 11, 12, 13. with 14, 15, and 28, 29. Now, when I have these symbols, that simply means that it wants to go outwards. So please, when you look at it, you have a good possibility that this set of numbers, like using the example of 28 and 29, can be 27 and 30. So you want to again look at each line and see how they coincide. Okay, next line, 28, 29, 30 with 34, 35, 11, 12, 13 with 28, 29, 11, 12, 13 with 28, 29, 30. Now, again, very strong with the negs. All right, so if we're to look at this, we have the result of 27, 28, 29, and 30. Possibly 31 and possibly 26, but there's where you want to basically focus. And again, looking at the miss and match, it looks like there's a possibility of a 27 or a 28 or possibly a 30, but I would look at this very closely because it's really calling out for these numbers. Okay, and now let's go to the next part. And again, we have now only 3 lines of that miss and match. These are all level 2s. And now we're going to be looking at the number of 11, 12, 13 with 14, 15 with 28, 29, 11, 12, 13 with 28, 29, 11, 12, 13 with 28, 29, 30. Okay, now I can't begin to tell you how many results that I do have that's negs. It's literally going all the way down the page here. So this I would super focus on, and that is look at the number 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. So again, I would seriously focus on either a 13 or a 12 or 11. So 11, 12, 13 has a good probability of hitting with these groups of numbers. Okay, and let's go to the next part. These are all much weaker. The computer is calling out for it, and as I go through each step in this video, they weaken, right? So please be aware of that because they generally don't have the backups that we need, and they are generally weak. All right, so one part here is 39, 40, 41, and 42, possibly 43. Now, because the last game we did have a 43, there is a good probability that we're going to hit a 43 or a 42. That is off by 1. The next one is 16, 17, and 18. And again, the last game we had a 17, so this could hit or be off by 1. And finally, 5, 6, and 7. And we also had a result of 7, so this could be either on or off by 1. Okay, now let's go to the final segment here, and I'll be getting some really good results with a miss and match, and we have a bunch here, and this is something that again you want to compare one line to the other line, and if you want, you could also look at the results that I mentioned earlier in this video. One is 5, 6, 7, 8 with 16, 17, 18, 19. Don't forget these symbols. 28, 29 with 43, 44, and 1. 18, 19 with 23, 24, 25. 14, 15 with 28, 29, 30. 12, 13 with 41, 42. 11, 12, 13 with 41, 42. 28, 29 with 39, 40. And then finally 5, 6, 7 with 43, 44, 1. And what I see here is a bunch of numbers at that 40, 41, 42. Looks like 40 or 41. Another segment here is 28, 29 with 30. So I might focus on 29 and 30. I also see 11, 12, 13 with 14, 15, so we can go one way at 11, or we could go the other way at 14, but it really does look like a 13, possibly 14 for this line. I might super focus on 13. Okay, guys, that is it for this prediction. Please, good luck, play smart, and don't forget to press the subscribe button.